Welcome back to the Self-Care Cafe. I'm Pammy Parker. Pull up a chair, take a breath, and hello to you. Today we're giving ourselves permission to play. For the next 10 minutes, I want to be a gentle permission slip. Play belongs in self-care, even and especially when life is shifting and feelings are complicated. We'll talk about tiny, doable practices called microplay, why they matter, and I'll lead you through a short 2-minute play you can speak along with. If that sounds nice, stay with me. Quick note before we begin. Some transitions are heavy, and it's okay if play feels small or even odd right now. That's normal. You don't have to force cheerfulness. Think of these as small, safe experiments, ways to notice what happens when you let curiosity in for a moment. If anything feels, slow the pace or skip the guided piece. You're in control. Today, I'm sharing ideas from Dr. Reena Patel, a creativity researcher and play therapist whose work I love because it translates research into tiny practices that are easy to try. Imagine microplay as short invitations, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that nudge imagination, lower stress, and sometimes surprise us into new possibilities. A quick lived example. A listener named Maya told us she used a 5-minute improv prompt after a breakup and felt for the first time in months that she could breathe and laugh again. Not to erase grief, but to make space beside it for something light. That's what these practices do. They add a little room. Okay, 3 portable microplay formats to try, each with a quick example you could do in under 10 minutes. First, a sensory experiment. Give yourself a 3-5-minute taste, touch, or sound experiment, like blindfolding your eyes for a minute while you sip a tea, focusing only on texture and flavor. What surprised you? What memory stirred? Second, a 2-line improv prompt. You or a trusted friend say 2 lines and you play them out without overthinking. Example, you say, "This song is our secret language." Your friend replies, "We only dance in the kitchen at midnight." Let the scene live for 2 minutes. Silly? Yes. Useful? Often. Third, a 10-minute micro-adventure, a short, intentional detour from routines. Walk a different route to the mailbox. Bring a small object you haven't noticed before and treat it like a tiny treasure hunt. Here's a brief listener vignette that brings this to life. Maya, who I mentioned earlier, had been paralyzed by worry after leaving a long-term job. She felt guilty for wanting to try something creative. One evening, she used a 2-line improv prompt on her own. She said both parts into a voice memo. "I've always kept a sketchbook under my pillow, and tonight I'll draw the thing I thought I lost." She drew for 5 minutes, felt something soften, and later used a gentle curiosity to explore a part-time art class. The point isn't instant transformation. It's that small experiments can shift the field of possibility around you. All right, if you're comfortable, let's try a 2-minute guided mini play together. Speak along if you like, or listen. I'll keep this slow and simple. Before we begin, make a small decision. Will you do this out loud or inside your head? Choose what feels safe. Take a slow breath in and out. 2-minute guided mini play. We'll do a sensory anchor plus a 2-line improv prompt. First, find an object within reach, a mug, a scarf, a pen. Hold it gently. Close your eyes if that feels okay. Notice the weight of it in your hand, the temperature, the tiny textures. Let curiosity ask, what would this object say if it could speak to me right now? Now, aloud or quietly, offer 2 lines as the object. Line 1, you say, "I've been waiting to tell you a small secret." Pause. Line 2, make the object reply, "It's okay to begin where you are." Let those lines sit. If a silly image or small scene comes, follow it for 30 seconds. No judgment, just noticing. Breathe. Notice how your body responds. Take 1 more breath. If you spoke aloud, you might notice how your voice shifted. If you stayed internal, you might notice a small change in attention. Nothing dramatic needs to happen. Often the point is the tiny shift in what you notice. I'll say it again. It's okay to begin where you are. A few quick notes on adapting play safely. If you're avoiding attention, do these privately. Record a voice memo instead of performing in front of people. If mobility or sensory differences matter, tailor the prompts. Sensory experiments can be done with scent, sound, or mental imagery. And if a prompt surfaces grief or big feelings, pause. You can switch to listening, reach out to a friend, or use grounding techniques. We link to resources and crisis supports on the episode page. Microplay is a complementary practice, not a replacement for therapy when deeper help is needed. Common blocks? Guilt, perfectionism, and that small voice that says, "Who am I to play?" A gentle reframe. Play is research, not performance. It's how you gather data about what lights you up. Start very small. Give yourself permission to be awkward and treat it as an experiment. Try it once, observe, and decide later. If grief is present, you can hold both. Grief and a tiny bright thing can exist side by side. If you want to keep going after this episode, visit our show page to download 5 microplay prompts, a 1-week playful challenge you can try at your own pace, and the full transcript. Try picking 1 prompt a day for 5 days and notice one small difference. And if a prompt helps you, please tell us. We love hearing little stories of curiosity reclaimed. Thank you for being here and letting a little curiosity in. Remember our signature. Come as you are, leave nourished. I'm Pammy Parker. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.